Welcome back to Side by Side Learning. Today I have a back to school shopping haul and we went to Staples. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what I got and tell you a little bit why I chose what I did, and if there's some things that I didn't get this year, I'll mention it, okay? All right, follow along. Okay, first up, I got us some new binders and I went with Pep Rally this year. That's the logo. And I went with these ones because of this pouch here. We need some binders for piano lessons, and sometimes she gives them cute little things. So this will be the perfect spot to keep them in, or their little like practicing charts. So each of the kids got one of these. So we got a green one and a blue one. And this one is just the Staples brand, but I went with this one because it still has this in just a different color, and this right now is my daughter's favorite, so I had to get it. And then for me, I got one too. This is the Pep Rally brand. It's got that pouch, same as the other ones, except this one is a 1.5 inch, and I went with this a little bit bigger size because I'm trying to figure out how to organize our science units from the good and the beautiful. I love them, they're great, but I've had a hard time organizing them, so I thought that this pouch would help me keep track of what of the little pieces go with different lessons, so I can just put them in there and pull them out when I need them instead of trying to find them, because it's not so easy. Okay, Papermate flares. This is what I use in my planner. The black I use for all the stuff for me, and then each of my kids is color coordinated. I don't need new pens for my kids, so I just got these ones for me. Pencil crayons, hello, I needed new ones. So maybe this is wasteful to you, but for me, every year I like clean out my kids' pencil cases and I just throw everything away and I get a new case. Why? Because I can't deal with the chaos and for my kids to be like, I need the blue one, where's the blue one? I'm like, well, you already used the blue one, so you have to use a different color. This way, they have everything that they need in one spot. So I got each of the kids a pack of those. Glue sticks, UHU brand. Last year I cheaped out. Not a good idea. Don't cheap out on glue sticks. So these were a 3-pack, and I got a whole bunch of them. I can just keep in my homeschool supply spot. One bag, done. Okay, I bought cardstock. I also bought regular paper, but guys, I'm not lifting up that huge box to show you. You can just trust me that I bought a whole box of paper. Poster board. I bought, this is a package. There is 10 poster boards and it was like $5. Yes, please. So, last year we made big posters like checklists for fall and summer and like wintry stuff to kind of do seasonal things. But this year we're gonna try doing one every month. That way, if my kids wanna have a tea party, we'll write it on our checklist and we are gonna get it done. My kids love to do that. We'll decorate it and hang up in our house, and they're gonna color all over it. It is not gonna be Pinteresty worthy, and I don't even care. Okay, here we go. Bag number 2. We got erasers, because my kids chew the ends of their pencils off. A bunch of different sticky notes. These ones, I'm going to have my kids write the titles of the books that they're reading and use them as bookmarks. And then when they finish the book, like the chapter book, then they can stick it on a paper and I will write it in their reading log. And then I'll find other things to do with Post-its. We're always using them, so I figured what the heck. Command strips, I needed some more of these. I used them to hang up our chore charts, and I need to show you guys those because I haven't yet. But our system is working so good, but I needed a couple more. And then we'll use those probably in our library to hang up some cool posters. Exercise books. There are different versions of these, but I bought this one for my grade tour. And you can see in the inside. Oh, double cover. All right, let me show you in the middle, actually. Okay, so there's space to draw, and then this one doesn't have the little red lines on each row. So this will be good for him to do his writing practice. I also bought graph paper. We're gonna be working a little bit on symmetry. And also, did you know that graph paper is an incredible resource for teaching multiplication? I know, try it out. These zipper pouches are gonna be used for our money. We are doing agency-based chores from Happy at Homeschool. So these are gonna keep the kids money, and we're gonna print out a little log so that they know how much they have to spend, to save, and what's in their different categories. Mild liner highlighters. These are my personal favorites, okay? I have like a 10-pack and I love it. Problem, my kids also love them. So instead of them stealing my highlighters, I bought them their own highlighters. We use these mostly in our scripture study, but you can use a highlighter in a bunch of different ways. So those, okay, more erasers, more notebooks. And here comes our third and final bag. Sanitizer. I know, I never expected that I would ever buy large things of sanitizer, but here we are. Here we are. So I got this one so that I can fill up my kids' little ones that we take on the go, like when we go to field trips or when we want to go exploring or whatever. So we'll have those to refill. And here are the little ones that I got at Staples. And I got one for each of my kids just to put in their backpack. And then I have some like in my purse that we use when the kids don't have their backpacks. Okay, markers. I do the same thing with markers as I do with pencil crayons. I'm just gonna get rid of them because half of them are dried out anyways, and instead of going through and figuring out which is dried out and which isn't dried out, they're just getting new ones. One less thing for me to worry about, and these are washable because I also have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so they need to be washable. Then I got some classic color. These ones are the fine tipped ones. My kids are getting a little bit more artistic, so these will be good for different projects. Paintbrushes. We still have our watercolor that's in pretty good condition, and last year I bought like big containers of paint. But our paintbrushes looking pretty shabby, so I'm gonna throw them all out and get out my new ones. This is another sanitizer. Small, medium, large. Maybe I should buy a really big one next. Oh, more markers. Okay, and then our last thing, crayons. So now we've got markers, crayons, and pencil crayons. The kids have enough stuff to create. I'm not gonna need to buy any more coloring supplies, at least for the next couple months. Maybe we'll need to buy like watercolor or like modeling clay or something if they want to, but that's pretty much all that we need right now. There were a couple things that I want for school that I wasn't able to get at Staples, or some things that were just like ridiculously priced that I was like, no way, not happening. I'll get that online. So I will have one more school supply haul to show you guys, but that will probably be, let's see, it's the 7th today. So it'll probably be maybe 2 weeks, we'll have to see. I do, I get orders from my school. It's kind of like a charter school in the States, but since I'm in Alberta, I do teacher-led. So what happened was for my Staples order is I just took a purchase order and then gave me an amount that I needed. I chose the amount that I needed to spend there. And then the school paid for it. I have the receipt. Boom, there we go. So I'll have one more order coming in and I'll show you when that comes in, but I'm just waiting for the school to place that order and for it to come in the mail. So stay tuned. And if you are curious what other supplies we use in our homeschool, I would be happy to share the things that we already have that I didn't have to buy again new this year. Because lots of the things I just reuse and I don't have to buy, but like these, gotta buy new ones. Glue, once you're out, you gotta buy new. Come back in about 10 days and I'll have another school supply haul for you. Thanks so much for supporting Side by Side Learning. Have an awesome rest of your day.